Hello, so today we're going to learn about how we can use Excel, Microsoft Excel, to gather data and collect it. So let's join in with this if we can. So in today's activity, you're going to go around the school with some measuring tapes, and you're going to measure things in two different units. You're going to pick a bunch of random objects, whatever they may be, but you're going to measure them in inches, and you're also going to measure them in centimeters. And then we're going to try to use Excel to gather that data. So I'll assume that you know how to go around the school and measure things. And let's take a look at entering that data. And you'll see it's actually very easy. So if you have a web browser here, every student in the DSBN has a Microsoft account. And if you go to office.dsbn.org, like that, you can get to your Microsoft account. So in your browser, you're going to go to office.dsbn.org and press enter. And when you do, that is going to take you right here. And you can log in with your DSBN account. I have my password already programmed into my computer, and it'll take you here. And this is very powerful. You can use Word, Excel, PowerPoint. You can send emails. You can store files. You can use OneNote, all kinds of things. Go to Teams for meetings and messaging. It's a great hub, lots of things you can do. But today we want to focus on using Excel, which is this little logo right here with the X. And depending on how things work, you'll see that the data we're going to use today, I've actually already made this file, and this would be shared with you. But if I was going to start fresh, I could click Excel here. And when you click Excel, you're going to have the option of making a new blank workbook, or it will recommend common ones for you. The workbook you're going to use today will be shared with you by your teacher. So I'm going to click there. So this is where we're going to record the data. And you're going to see that Excel, or Sheets, which is Google's version of it, is a simple platform to use, but it's a really powerful one. It can do a lot of work for us. It lets us keep track of a lot of math data really easily, and we're going to use it a lot this semester to make your life easier. So let's take a look. So here we are in Excel. Sorry, give me just a moment here. I'm going to hopefully edit this out. I just want to try this. That might be a bit much. Let's try that. There we go. That should make it a little easier to see what I'm doing here. So here we have Excel. And Excel is set up in what we call a spreadsheet. And in a spreadsheet, you have columns, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, so on and so forth, and they go on pretty much forever. And then you have rows, which are numbered. So columns, which are given letters, and rows, which are given numbers. And this is just a way to store information. And you can make tables really easily. So that's what we're going to do today. But today specifically, we're going to make a table of measuring different objects. And I might make that bold. Maybe we'll make that a little bigger. And what we're going to do is we're going to say the object's name. And so I'm going to put that here. And then next to that, we'll say, length in inches. And next to that, we're going to put length in centimeters. Now, you'll notice, see how inches gets cut off there? That's no big deal. We can go up here and just stretch that out. And same with centimeters here, it gets cut off. We can just go adjust that here. So you can always change the size of any column or any row just like that as you go. Now, just for purely kind of the look of things, I might make that bold too and make it a slightly bigger font, and there we go. And now, when you go throughout the school, you can store information in these spots. So I could measure a textbook, and I could find that it is 12.5 inches long, and maybe that was 31 centimeters. And I can just type that information in, and then maybe I don't know. Maybe I measure myself. And I find that I'm 178 centimeters tall. And what's that? That's, roughly 70 inches maybe. Now, of course, I'd actually measure, and we can just keep putting information in here. And as long as every group does that, we'll get the information we in. And that is how we store that data. Now, the great thing about Excel is that we can all work in this document at the same time, and it doesn't have to be on a computer necessarily. I have here my phone, and I should be able to do this. There's my phone. And if I wanted to, I could get the Excel app for my phone. You can find it in the Play Store or in the App Store if you use an Apple product. And if I go into Excel, it's going to sign me in. Now, I've never opened this on my phone before, so it might take a minute. We're going to find out together. But you can see it actually shows my recent documents, and it knows that I've been in this one here. And so it's going to open it. And you'll note that it says saving changes automatically, which is nice because that means if I change anything, the change will measure. And so if I was on my phone, I could say, okay, I measured another thing, and I can click in this spot, and then up here I can type, and I could say I measured my phone. And maybe when I measured my phone, I got 6.5 inches. And that might be about 17 centimeters. So there we go. And then maybe I measured, I don't know. Maybe I measured, I have a guitar right next to me. But I don't actually have a measuring tape, so I'm just going to have to make this up. But maybe we said that it was 50 inches. That's really high. Maybe it's 40 inches. And maybe that's 108 centimeters. Again, I would want to actually measure it. But see, I've put that in on my phone, and what's kind of cool is if we look here, we can see that the changes I made on my phone have also appeared on the web version. And what I really like is that the changes from one affect the other. So here we are, and if I make a change on my computer, and I say, I measured my keyboard, I have no idea how the size of a keyboard. Length of computer keyboard in inches. 17 inches, okay. And what's that in centimeters? 43. Okay, here we go. So 17 inches, which is 43 centimeters. Now, if you look, when I enter that on my computer, it doesn't take very long for that information to also appear on my phone. So the nice thing is that you can use whatever device is easiest for you, and when you do that, you get the information in the same place. And this can be a shared document that as many people as we need can all be putting that information in the same place. So hopefully you found that straightforward. We are later on going to use spreadsheets like this to store this information.